the life-saving vitamin D, at a glance. Content of the video. Vitamin D is mainly found in two forms. Vitamin D2, ergocalciferol, and vitamin D3, cholecalciferol. Vitamin D is fat-soluble and virtually needed by every part of the body. Vitamin D2 versus vitamin D3. Vitamin D2. Vitamin D2 is produced by plants and fungi, grown under sunlight. While plants can produce vitamin D2, when exposed to ultraviolet B radiation, the amount produced is generally quite low compared to the levels found in mushrooms. Since vitamin D2 is produced in plants and fungi, it is suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Mushrooms with higher vitamin D2 content. White button, shiitake, portobello, oyster, morel, maitake, enoki, cremini, chanterelle. Other vitamin D2 fortified sources for vegetarians and vegans: plant-based milk, cereal, orange juice, yogurt, tofu, and vitamin D2 supplements. If you like the content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is not a vitamin, it is a hormone. Because vitamins are something that we have to obtain through diet, whereas we can make vitamin D3 ourselves like other hormones. The following factors decrease the production of vitamin D3 in the skin. Where you live. The further away from the equator you live, the less vitamin D3 is produced. Age. Older people produce lower level of vitamin D than younger people. Darker skin pigmentation. The darker the skin, the lower vitamin D3 is produced. Winter season. During the winter season, people in certain parts of the world may experience a decrease in sunlight exposure due to shorter days and lower levels of sunlight intensity, which leads to lower vitamin D production. Number 5. Obesity. Several studies have shown that people with obesity are more likely to have low levels of vitamin D compared to people who are not obese. Number 6. Air pollution. High levels of atmospheric pollutions can reduce ground levels of ultraviolet B significantly. As a result, living in a polluted city can lead to low vitamin D production in the skin. Sources of vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is found in the following animal sources: cod liver oil, sardines, herrings, mackerel, tuna, oysters, butter from grass-fed cow, rainbow trout, salmon, egg yolk, fish roe, caviar, shrimps, liver, especially beef liver. Vitamin D3 from lichen is considered a vegan source of vitamin D. Because common sources of vitamin D3 are derived from lanolin, extracted from sheep wool, or from fish oil. Several studies have reported that vitamin D3 is more easily absorbed and utilized by the body than vitamin D2. The D3 form of vitamin is more potent and has longer half-life than D2. Meaning vitamin D3 is more effective in raising and maintaining level of vitamin D for longer period than vitamin D2. Signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency: fatigue, back pain, shin splints, muscle pain, difficulty in sleeping, anxiety, low mood or depression, frequent infections, loss of hair, dementia, teeth and gum diseases, skin diseases such as psoriasis, atopic dermatitis, and vitiligo. Even if you have the symptoms and signs mentioned here, you should not self-diagnose. You should always consult your doctor before taking any vitamin supplements. If you like the content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Vitamin D deficiency increases the risk of developing the following debilitating diseases: high blood pressure, insulin-resistant diabetes, autoimmune diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, inflammatory bowel disease, and thyroiditis. Cancers such as lung cancer, prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, and breast cancer. Vitamin D. Dosage, time and toxicity. Since vitamin D is fat-soluble, you should take vitamin D supplements with fat to increase the absorption by 30 to 50%. How much vitamin D should you take? It depends on your blood vitamin D level. Generally, it is recommended to take 20 to 25 micrograms per day. However, some people with certain medical conditions need a higher daily intake of 100 to 200 micrograms per day to maintain optimal blood levels. You must take vitamin D with vitamin K2, in the form of menaquinone 7, which direct the calcium to bones and teeth from the soft tissues, by which vitamin K2 reduces the risk of developing many medical conditions. Some studies have shown that vitamin D interferes with the melatonin secretion, the sleep hormone, when you take it at night, whereas others show vitamin D may play a role in the regulation of melatonin production, as vitamin D receptors are present in the cells that produce melatonin. However, the relationship between vitamin D and melatonin is still not fully understood, and more research is needed to determine the exact mechanisms. We all are slightly different, so it is better simply experiment what works best for you. Vitamin D levels in blood. Vitamin D toxicity. It is very rare to have vitamin D toxicity. It occurs due to increased calcium absorption and high blood calcium, a condition known as hypercalcaemia. Hypercalcaemia occurs with heavy vitamin D doses, like taking more than 50,000 international units per day for long period, and the blood vitamin D level exceeds more than 100 nanograms per milliliter. Symptoms and signs of hypercalcaemia. Cautions and contraindications for vitamin D supplementation. Patients with sarcoidosis and patients on digoxin have to be cautious with vitamin D supplementation, to avoid hypercalcaemia and digoxin toxicity respectively. Vitamin D is contraindicated in patients with hypercalcaemia and metastatic calcification. Metastatic calcification is deposition of calcium salts in otherwise normal tissue. Vitamin D increases the risk of hypercalcaemia when given with the following drugs, used for high blood pressure and fluid retention. Quiz. Taking vitamin D supplements and staying inside is equivalent to getting the same benefits as going outside in the sun. True or false? Thank you for watching. Please check out the links in the description below for additional information and resources. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this in the future. Thanks again for tuning in.